Oh, Pigma. So, today we have the NeoPiko 2 markers. NeoPiko Deleter, I think they're called. Yeah, they're NeoPiko markers by the company is Deleter. And yeah, so let's get into it. The first thing you'll notice is that I have 72 of these markers. Or no, I'm sorry. I have a set of 72 and I have 2 sets of 36, which would be 144 markers, which is a pretty good range of colors. I don't want to go through and swatch all of these because that I feel like would take a long time, but let's see. Let's take a look at the brush. Actually, that's not bad. These are, this is a Japanese-based company, so I would expect them to have that Japanese brush tip, that coveted brush tip. And they also have a chisel, I believe. Yep, they also have a chisel end. So, there's that. Now, let's see. Shall I go through and swatch all of these? I'll swatch one box. How about that? Let me get all these boxes open and we'll swatch one box. Alright, those are the 36A1 swatches. That's all I'm doing because my arm's tired. But they all work, so. And the tip feels similar to a Copic tip. It comes to a finer point than a Copic tip, I think, which could spell problems for wear and tear down the line, but as of right now, they seem to work fine. It's actually not that bad. Oh, that's not bad at all. That's not that bad at all. It didn't even go through one sheet of paper. Like, it went through the regular paper and then it's blotted onto a scrap paper in the back, but not through that. So that's not too bad at all. I think this Y400 is the colorless blender because it's got like a suspiciously clear top, whereas other light colors have an opaque top. You can see, like, this top is like weirdly see-through, but this top is like opaque even though it's a light color. So I think this is the colorless blender. Oh yeah, look at that. You get a nice reaction out of this. And the tip does clear off pretty well. Oh yeah, lots of reaction with acetone too. I'm trying to get some good drops. I misplaced my little pipettes, so a similar drop pattern with the acetone, and I think that's pretty good. I got my alcohol swab. Then I'm rinsing this brush out and then using regular water for the water test. So, cleaning the brush first. Doesn't look like there's any reaction with the water. Or the alcohol, I'm surprised. I did squeeze a fair amount of alcohol out onto that, but. And now we'll get into blendability. Now, as per usual, I'm gonna try and help out these markers as much as possible. I will be using these 3 colors to make a gradient. You know, that's not bad at all. Yeah, that's definitely not bad at all. It's not transferring to the other tip or anything. Yeah, these are definitely nice. So that's a pretty good gradient. I'm pleased with this gradient. Now I'm going to be unkind and pick 2 colors that don't go together. So I've got this orange and this blue. And we'll see if we can come up with some sort of gradient for these ones. It's mostly just the dark colors transferring onto my orange tip, and it does clear off though, which is good. But I mean, it's not, nah, it's not really. So, not so good here. And then, we're gonna take a real dark color and see if a real light color can push it out of the way. And the reason that I always test this is because a lot of the time this is how I do eyes. I'll pop in the dark color and then force the light color in afterwards. Now we have variation and colored pencil. Yeah, these tips are much more like Copics. They spring back. I did these really thick downstrokes, but I can still get a thin line afterwards. Okay, so we'll do Prismacolor on this side and Faber-Castell on that side. Yeah, look at that. These enhance really nicely with colored pencil. Both the Prismacolor and the Faber-Castell seem to do fine with these. It's a very similar result to a Copic. One thing I am noticing is it feels like the color on the top of the marker, so this color, is lighter than the color that comes out of the marker that pays out of it for some reason. It seems like on all of them, the color on the tip is lighter than the color the marker actually makes on the page, which so far is literally my only legitimate complaint about these, and it's a really poor complaint. And now I have to go figure out what on earth I'm going to draw, because usually I try and tailor these to a picture that best suits the color that I have, or the colors that I have, but I have 144 colors, so I can pretty much go anywhere I want with this. So, yeah. Alright, so right off the bat I can tell you, do not ink before you use these. Sometimes my Copic markers do smudge the ink a little bit, but it's really smeared. Like, I got a lot of smearing. I got one straight down the middle of her face. It was bad news bears, yeah. So definitely expect streaking if you ink first. It happened on every single one except for the Sakura Pigma Microns don't appear to have streaked. And neither did the India ink. The India ink was pretty fast. And the zebra pens. Everything over here seemed okay. The zebra pens were fine, but the Copic Multiliner smeared, the Faber-Castell smeared, and the Staedtler smeared. So it's sort of a 50-50 split. As for the blendability, it's sort of like what I saw here. It's blendable if they're similar enough colors. The skin blended pretty well. It was fine. Like I said, the marker does seem to come out darker than the cap says, though, which is the only real problem I have with these. That and the smudging with the liner. That kind of sucks, because I prefer to line first and then color. And even with 15 minutes of drying time before I actually started coloring, this still happened. I would definitely do some tests before you spend all this time drawing a picture, then ink it, and then jump right into color. I would definitely, you know, make sure it's not going to do that. Otherwise, these are pretty great. But honestly, it's kind of what I expected because, again, they're a Japanese-based company. So they have that Japanese brush tip, and this formula is very similar to Copics. It has a stronger alcohol smell than a Copic marker. You can't smell it if you just uncap it and use it, but you can smell it if you bring it up to your face. So just be warned, if you don't like strong alcohol smells, just don't put these near your face and you'll be fine. I don't know what the price comparison-wise is, the price per marker is. But that'll all be in my charts at the end, and you can check it out for yourself and see if, you know, it's a better deal than Copics. And if so, I would definitely recommend these. These aren't bad at all. Couple of problems with the smudging and that, and they're not quite as blendable, but definitely not a bad marker. I'm not mad at these. I think these are the first markers that I haven't been mad at, and I would use this for art. I would use these markers again. Like if I didn't have my Copics and I only had these, I wouldn't be super upset. I would put out a commission with this material, and I would feel good about it. I would feel like somebody would be getting their money's worth if I did a piece of artwork with these markers. So that's good, I think. But yeah, so anyway, if you like these marker comparison videos and you want to see more of them, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment if there are any other alcohol brush markers you want me to test on my rubric. The only rules are they have to be alcohol ink, so no water-based ink, just alcohol-based ink, and they have to advertise they have a brush tip. Whether or not they actually have a brush tip, that'll be up for debate. But they have to at least advertise that they have a brush tip. Other than that, I guess we are done here. I will put all of the stats and information like usual at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But otherwise, stick around if you want more videos. I will talk to all of you soon. Bye!